explode on their own end.
Well, no reason to delay any longer. Everybody's ready to go. And we are about to get things underway. So kickoff pending. Let's see what shakes out. Evil Geniuses and TSM, both teams looking to make a grand final. Classics starts it off with a dribble, and I Ignite tells them to try again next time. Trip A to Metsanoris and a long clear for TSM. I Ignite continuing to build that pressure early on. Corrupted G looking for a pass to Trip A, but maybe a little bit too far. Remco up early, and Corrupted G takes the opportunity away. I Ignite out to the side, but Trip A, the first one up, Metsa had to give it up.
TSM already on the attack on the EG side, putting on that pressure. Great pass down for Remco. Here's Metsanoris on the shot. Can't find it. And almost a second touch there by Ignite. And he keeps the pressure on. EG, I suppose, in a comfortable position, as this is the point they've been playing from all of day 3. Drippe, a second touch out to his own corner, but it's to nowhere. Remco tries to keep the play on for TSM. Classics down to Corrupted G, beat out by Ignite. TSM are just not letting Evil Geniuses out right now.
But as you said, comfortable spot. Classics finds a small hole, but here comes once again Metsanoris doing a lot of work in their previous series to get them to this point in the challenge game, as he continues to keep the pressure on Evil Geniuses throughout game 1. Remco on a dribble, can't quite cut it behind Corrupted G. Hard off the side, Drippe trying to find a gap. Actually has to let that one go, and Corrupted G now charged with stopping Remco in the corner. And a lot of balls being thrown into the corner by TSM, struggling to get that ball out to the midfield. And that is a credit to Evil Genius's ability. Finally, one goes out that way, off the bar. I Ignite can't react.
Counter.
And a huge clear. Classics racing upfield, bounced off the wall, and Remco will punch it downfield.
Classics just not able to get a hold of that. Now this one's going to the back of the net. Drippe couldn't catch up to it. I thought he could just bring it down and get away with it, but Remco throws it downfield off the touch from Classics, and TSM get one.
Monster clear from Remco. I was totally with you all the way. I thought for sure they were going to be able to track it down, but too much pace. And now TSM finally able to break through EG, but not in the most conventional of terms. Kickoff, Evil Geniuses get to play a little bit of offense here. However, Corrupted G not able to keep it up. And cleared away by TSM. Classics trying to get a handle on the ball on the midfield line. Had to give up the boost for possession. And it's I Ignite to steal the ball back. Double commit from Evil Geniuses.
Now Remco trying to capitalize on it. This one's going in as Classics there. Able to make the save. TSM that close to finding a second one here. Metsanoris keeping the attack on. TSM pressing on just before halftime here. A demo comes out on Remco. And now on to Metsanoris. Maybe opportunity as Remco jumps across the net. He thought the shot was coming from Corrupted G. Now Drippe there to help him out. EG on the attack, and they put something together. Classics now on the far side. This one pinches out. Corrupted G is there. Can Drippe reach out for this one? He does beat Metsanoris. Can't put something on target.
Pressure's still building for Evil Geniuses. I Ignite, great job trapping that ball as close as possible, but Corrupted G, big effort to keep it trapped over on this half. They push Remco off the ball. Corrupted G tries to get it out to Drippe, but not able to get enough on it. Metsanoris over the top of everybody, down onto the blue half. Classics finds Corrupted G and a nice clear for Evil Geniuses, but can they build off of this? Remco waiting patiently, and again, crushed upfield for I Ignite. Won't have two. Metsanoris trying to figure out if he should go for it. And again, some solid clears from Evil Geniuses. Great ability to find each other out to the sides and get some distance and get things going more into the neutral game and try and battle for possession. Can they get shots on target? Chance for Drippe, comes up empty. And TSM struggle to find a clear, and almost 4 minutes pass. One shot for EG.
Evil Geniuses are showing their teeth a little bit more, though. But here comes I Ignite for TSM. This one drops down, no follow-up. Corrupted G forced to clear that one up his own wall. Metsanoris now on the attack. Remco in the box waiting for it to pop out for him. It does so. I Ignite wins, so opportunity maybe for EG here. Corrupted G and Drippe going down the field. Drippe here on the shot off the back wall. Classics is there, just wide of the net. An opportunity for EG squandered.
That was the one you needed. He did have to have pretty much near perfect placement, and he couldn't do it. Straight down for Remco and blocked by Classics. Drippe trying to find a clear, and I Ignite stuffs him out Remco will deny the corner boost as well, making it tough for Evil Geniuses, but in fact, it's Metzenars who gets beat. Transition back the other way, and iGNITE just able to poke it out into the corner. Buys some precious time as Corrupted G catches a pass to the midfield. Straight for Classics, he can pick anything, but Metzenars diving stop. He didn't go far post, and Evil Geniuses again turned aside.
He had a huge gap on the far post there. Classics couldn't find it. Less than 20 seconds left now for Evil Geniuses. Can they carve out an equalizer? Drippe from his own corner. Remco for TSM keeping this one on. Now opportunity for EG. Drippe trying to find Classics on the far side. A weak shot towards the net. Double commit comes out from TSM. EG trying to capitalize here as time ticks down, and that one's going to drop for TSM. They take game number 1.
They had to battle both ways. It started off heavy TSM pressure. Almost 4 minutes until Evil Geniuses were able to bring back another couple of shots on target, and big opportunities they were actually. And tough break for Classics, who just couldn't get it into the back of the net, and that is the difference maker. Remco bombs one up the pitch.
And that one's tough for EG, everyone pushing up to make the play on the ball. They didn't expect that one to pop out like that. But there's a couple opportunities for EG. They can't walk away from game number 1 and say that we didn't have your chances. Classics, a big one. Not able to find the placement. Corrupted G as well. So for Evil Geniuses, they can at least be happy going down the line here. Again, a best of 7, that they are generating some sort of offense.
Yeah.
They spent a little bit on defense in the beginning of game number 1, but they started to figure it out. They started to go down the field and put something together, but TSM just too strong.
That being said, TSM's offense, they do tack on a few more opportunities in terms of shots gained, but felt a lot of that time spent digging it out of the corner of Evil Geniuses and struggling to really get into the shootable positions over on that side of things. So Evil Geniuses, despite not really being able to generate offense until late into the game, they held off that TSM pressure, which we were so confident that maybe if Evil Geniuses gets trapped on defense, TSM will have that extra space to work with. And they did a great job keeping possession, but even still, not enough to create scoring chances.
So we'll hop into game number 2 here. EG trying to fight back after a close game 1, at least on paper. Here's Remco, a second touch to the back wall met by Classics. And he's done a great job of moving the ball down the field.
Here we go.
TSM,
Oh,
almost an opportunity there. And Metzenars, not enough boost to follow that one up.
and a nasty hop, too. If it came out flat, it was for sure a chance. Remco off the backboard. Corrupted G is waiting, actually. Allows iGNITE. There's the space, and off the target. It's off the post and out to safety. Evil Geniuses dodge a bullet, and Evil Geniuses get a nice clear. Not able to hang on to it, however, and iGNITE once again back onto the offensive side. Can't find a second tap. Remco dives at it as well. Metzenars again having to wait his turn. And that is what he has been tasked to do, is be a solid midfield presence for TSM all day today. But now he's going to have to stop this shot from Classics. Bombs one up the field, but Drippe already on it. Down to Classics, up for Corrupted G. He will go into the TSM corner, but just no support that way. Thankfully, a helpful bounce. But either way, TSM able to rally, steal away that EG corner boost, and can they get something for it as well with the demo? Oh, big miss from Remco.
And he's been doing that all day. It's been a few times now in both series that we've seen TSM. Remco, uncharacteristic misses. Now here's an opportunity for EG. Corrupted G not able to get down to that one. iGNITE able to get past one. Drippe to bail out Classics on the miss. EG trying to put something together. Both teams jockeying for position on midfield right now. This one just scoots past iGNITE off the back wall. Drippe's there. Not a big enough chance, and TSM able to get out.
And Remco has all the time in the world there. Would like to have seen a dribble, make sure they hold on to it, but either way, they catch 2 forward, and Drippe again, strong third man. And Evil Geniuses, despite all the hardship on defense during the RLCS, they have been one tough nut to crack for every team here in Dallas. And Metza pounds one off the backboard. iGNITE up, and Remco will risk it. Not able to find a shot, though, and Evil Geniuses chance to clear here. Remco to delay the opportunity. Double commit from Evil Geniuses. Can they string something together? Delayed by Classics again. And it is damage control for EG.
And Metzenars has just been a bully in front of the EG net, pushing people around. There's a demo on Drippe. He has been making it tough for the defense to stand strong. A hard shot from Remco, follow-up from Metzanaris, and he puts it away for TSM.
Finally, the placement able to come through for him. He's been so patient in the midfield. Great attempt from Remco. Corrupted G, solid stop, but unfortunately no distance or height right to a waiting Metzanaris. Picks the lower left-hand corner. Drippe coming across, can't get that low.
And you can see the play develop. EG slowly were breaking down on defense, and TSM finally hit a ball with pace on target, forcing players to go up. EG looking to respond now. Just over 2 minutes left, plenty of time. Here's a pass out to Corrupted G. Met by Metzanaris. Space for EG to work with. They're trying to find each other downfield. A demo on iIgnite here as Corrupted G finds Classics on the side wall. Metzanaris playing this one out for TSM. iIgnite there to pick it up. Everyone from EG getting back now. Drippe comes through and takes that one away from Classics, but in the end, it works out for Evil Geniuses.
It does work out, but the communication definitely lacking. It could have been so much better for them. A much faster counterattack.
So the pass out for Drippe, not able to get to Corrupted G, and a hard shot from iIgnite. Classics having to reach up for that one. EG, though, finding a bit more time on offense here. Possession going in their favor since the last kickoff. TSM having to absorb a little bit more.
Oh, big miss from Metzanaris. Allows Evil Geniuses a chance here, but the support from Corrupted G coming in too late. And Drippe, again, with a lot of time, just goes for the pass, doesn't take it on the dribble. That means TSM now past the midfield line. Metza wins a challenge, but will need some support. iIgnite towards the net. Classics diving back, and Evil Geniuses actually off the line. Can't return.
And Metzanaris, the bully for TSM, punches Corrupted G out of the way, picks up that corner boost. That's why no one was back for Evil Geniuses. I talked about it earlier, and he's showing it there. Opens up that space for TSM. They get a 2-goal lead.
And the kickoff as well, helpful. Here comes Remco. It's wide open. Get on top, and yes, sir, 3-0. TSM commanding lead.
And just off the kickoff, nobody to be found. Drippe cheated after Classics went for it, and Corrupted G got beat. So nobody home for Evil Geniuses once more. A 3-goal scoreline for TSM with less than a minute.
And a 2-0 lead in the series pending for TSM, unless some offensive wizardry pulled out of the hat by Evil Geniuses. But Corrupted G, weak clear, and thankfully iIgnite doesn't make the difference for. And now it's time wasting for TSM. More than happy to just chuck the ball into the corner and play ring around the rosy in the midfield line. But how about tack another one on? Why not?
Great play here coming out from TSM. iIgnite putting this one away. Metzanaris just a tough read off the wall. iIgnite puts it home. A 4-1 lead, or excuse me, 4-0 lead for TSM here. And 31 seconds left. And you look at the stats here so far, it's 10 shots to 2 in favor of TSM. Paints the picture of what's been going on.
It's kind of what you expected in game number 1, but TSM have made the adjustments. They keep the rotation going. And this time around find far more success in terms of generating offensive chances here in game number 2. And Evil Geniuses, well, they've done a great job all tournament long adapting to later into the series. Slammed off the bar. And game 2 comes to a merciful conclusion. So EG shut out twice in a row. And now it's time to show what you've learned.
You talked about how long this series can be, of course, a best of 7 here. And it does benefit EG to figure out. They have time to figure out this TSM roster. They go down 2 here. And this was the play for TSM that put them on the board first. Everyone from EG committing on this play. Metzanaris puts it home, and then the kickoff goal. You can see Drippe and Classics, they go for the ball, and then Corrupted G beat on the challenge. Remco pushing up the field, and it was just a clinic for TSM on offense.
Those are the scary ones as well. And that finisher at 31. But that Remco kickoff goal, that's one, you know it's wide open, and there's pressure on you to make sure you get that ball under the crossbar. So well done to make sure you get game 2 under wraps. And TSM, honestly, no reason to change anything. You're winning a lot of the challenges in midfield. Metzanaris is being a monster in that department. It's just keeping the ball over there, and then it's Remco and Ignite bouncing the ball back and forth between each other.
The one thing to criticize from TSM, we've seen quite a few double commits coming out that are just going unpunished from EG, and that's just lack of boost and positioning coming out from Evil Geniuses, not able to capitalize when TSM do send two. But it's really the only mistake we've seen out of TSM. We see the speed. All three players are contributing on offense, and they're locking in EG on their own end. TSM look good right now.
So they take that little bit of space, and Evil Geniuses really struggling to break out in game 2. But here's where you show how you're going to change things up. Game number 3, in my eyes, must win. 3G, so rare to reverse sweep in a best of 7. So Remco, pass to the middle. For Metza, blasts it too high. And that means Evil Geniuses with a chance to clear. They've done a great job, Evil Geniuses, for sure, finding each other on the clears. It's the support once they get past that midfield line. It's winning that next challenge and having somebody in position. And TSM has just absolutely won that particular battle.
And it's the speed for TSM that's really paid off here. EG absorbing a lot of the pressure. Not a lot of resources to work with here. Here's Remco. Metzenara trying to push Classics out of the way. He still makes the save for Evil Geniuses. Dodges out of the way of that bump.
Not done yet. Metza top corner. Here's Remco. He's already there. And Classics bounces one off the post, and 2 big stops for him. But my goodness, Remco, that's some pressure to apply and ask a lot of the EG defense, and they hold tight.
Here comes TSM once more. Remco has Ignite under him. Corrupted G. Here comes a chance now for Evil Geniuses. It's just Metzenaris back. Can Drippe do something about it? Tries to go under him and can't get past Metzenaris. A brick wall here at day 3 for TSM.
It fell off Drippe's nose. He had 6 boosts. It's not like he could do much. So you finally get a one-on-one situation with your best goal scorer, and unfortunately doesn't have the boost to make the play.
Drippe was going for some bumps. Ends up in the 3rd man position. This one comes across the box. Drippe that close to getting the touch. Remco on the clear. Metzenaris just throwing this one back. Corrupted G. A volley back to the TSM side. And look at the space that TSM has to work with. The demo comes out from Metza, but there's nothing EG can do about it. Ignite a weak touch towards the back wall, and Drippe here to collect. Waiting from the challenge. Here's Metza, pass 2. It's just Corrupted G.
Oh, here's the demo.
In the box, trying to get the bump, can't do it.
And
EG get out.
Ignite would love to have a second chance at that demo. Corrupted G, he really didn't move too much, but he was really expecting probably a lot more awareness from Corrupted G, and just stonewalled him. Sailed right by, and TSM turned away at the final moment again. Classics rips one. Drippe. That would have been pretty if he got around the backside of that ball.
Still pressure coming in for Evil Geniuses. Corrupted G goes up. Can't get the touch there. Big clears coming out from TSM. Drippe. 2 go for EG now. Counterattack on for TSM. Metzenaris down the line. Drippe, though, great positioning to stay with the play and shut that down.
Trying to find the space is Remco, but both of TSM members rotate back. They need some boost. Which gives Drippe a chance to pound one towards the back wall of TSM. Saving the ball across as I ignite Metza with some time here. First to it, and Corrupted G to cut things out in the midfield. However, it's straight to Remco. Pass into the middle. Good idea, but Classics on top of it. Drippe wants one out into the middle, doesn't get enough of it, comes off the wheels. Soft touch, Corrupted G pinches one around. Here comes Classics. Metzenaris up. Hard bounce, and the first one will be Ignite to pound it away up the pitch. And Drippe tasked with buying a few moments. Keeps it close. Tries to go for an air dribble. Gets past Metzenaris, who's been such a thorn in the side of EG. Blasted off the back wall. TSM find a demo in the backfield, too. They're going to scamper back. But if a good pass comes through, it's dangerous. And Drippe, great catch on the wall. Here's Remco in the midfield, bounced off the bar. Drippe first to it, and double commit from TSM. And here's what they need to capitalize, and they need to hang on to this.
And EG, more and more opportunity opening up. Here's Drippe on the shot, can't put it on target. A minute left, still tied up. Another shot comes through from Corrupted G. And Classics there to try and keep the attack on. Drippe now, a touch to the box. Metzenaris on the clear. EG trying to put something together, giving themselves the go-ahead goal. Drippe, touchdown. Classics waiting for the clear, 40 seconds left.
Oh, here we go.
Pass out to Classics. He just got Ignite to beat. Goes up and over off the crossbar. Corrupted G's trying to help out. Can't get there. And Metzenaris gets the clear.
Millimeters for Evil Geniuses. And now it's back the other way. Ignite over one. Not quite. Corrupted G off the hood and out to the middle. Metza, not the cleanest catch. Catches a little too much of the ball. And Drippe pops one out across the pitch. Remco, air dribble from the side wall, and Corrupted G out to the side. Out to the middle, overtime looming. Metza will just go into space. I'm sure both teams wouldn't mind a reset. And looking into overtime as Drippe will actually backflip, and Remco says, yes, let's reset things. Let's have another kickoff.
So in overtime here in game 3, EG. Not able to get a hold of the kickoff. Here comes Metzenaris, TSM, trying to make this one a quick one. Corrupted G goes past Ignite. This one's going to go into the TSM corner. EG able to push up now. Corrupted G pushing this one into the box. And a long clear. Remco on the touch. Classics makes the save, but TSM pressing on. Still dangerous. Now Corrupted G back the other way. Can he get a second touch? It's Ignite on the clear. Over to Remco.
Big cross from TSM. Unfortunately, Metza headed the other way. And rotating back, Ignite actually beats two. Corrupted G is taking a big risk here and thankfully buys enough time, but a huge block as well. Oh, Corrupted G. That was risky, and it paid off well, and it almost slides through the defense of TSM. Just off the target, and Drippe down to Classics on the side of the box. Remco has to block off Drippe's attempt. And Evil Genius is pressing hard here in overtime, but it's struggling to get it out to the middle. There it is, finally! Classics able to find the back of the net. It took so many opportunities, and at last it's done.
And this one is all Corrupted G, getting that second touch on his flip. It fooled the defense of TSM, and Evil Geniuses get their first win in this series, but it's a long, long series back. Only the start if they want to have a chance. Taking a look at the replay here, this is the game-winning goal. And Corrupted G, it's that second touch that comes off the right side of his car, goes over TSM, and Classics, knowing that's coming, you can see the pop-off there. Excited to get their first win.
First goal leads to a victory in game 3 and starts the train back for Evil Geniuses. You let two slip away, and to hold on tight and go back and forth. Opportunities for both teams, really, in that game number 3. It was not an easy one to call there in terms of the defensive efforts required for both teams to keep things out.
You know, and it felt like TSM came in with basically the same game plan here. It was really EG who stepped up and met TSM at every point. A much even game as far as stats go. 7 shots for Evil Geniuses, 6 on the side of TSM, and a couple close calls for Evil Geniuses. Still getting locked into their own half at times, but taking advantage of mistakes and fooling defenses of TSM. Evil Geniuses carve out a win here.
Definitely able to find a few more gaps at least, and Corrupted G, honestly, I think he made the biggest play in that entire game. That block in overtime, a big second effort to keep things on the TSM half. If he didn't win that challenge, it could have turned out much different for TSM. And so, Evil Geniuses, well, you got one on the board. Let's see if you can find another. Game 4, kickoff. Stalemate favors Corrupted G on the follow-up. Bounce into the middle. Drippe left side. Metzenaris, great stop. And TSM will block the first shot.
And Corrupted G got that demo. Would have been a goal for Evil Geniuses. Here comes Remco into the air dribble. Tries to bump out Drippe. Metzenaris. Ignite. Looming back. Waiting for that clear to come through. It does. A great shot on target. Gets past Evil Geniuses. What a touch from Ignite.
Well, you wanted shooting accuracy from Ignite. Well, you found it here. Perfect placement to the back of the net. Corrupted G, you are close, my friend, but you're not stopping that one.
Great positioning from Ignite to let that play develop across the box and come in at the right time. Evil Geniuses trying to respond back after kickoff. Ignite, the touch out to Classics. Looking for a pass down to Drippe. He puts it away off the crossbar. No, Evil Geniuses, the follow. It goes through for Corrupted G.
Not get rattled. Patience from Corrupted G on the midfield line. Down to Drippe. That's a perfect setup, but it's okay. Everyone from TSM panicking as that one, they thought the first shot was definitely in. And Corrupted G says, all right, it's okay. We'll make sure it gets there.
That first shot comes off the crossbar down to the post and out. EG still able to stay with it and get it out. Corrupt the G over to Drippe now. First minute hasn't even gone. We got 2 goals on the board. Remco, another miss coming out from him. Classics. Corrupt the G is there. Drippe's waiting for this ball to come out to him. He pops it up. Classics with no boost. Can't make a play onto that one. It's Corrupt the G who comes through. And a double commit, Remco and iignite for TSM. They do get the touch and the clear. And a big miss comes out from Classics as well.
Just buys space for TSM to get set and press out of the midfield hard, as now it's Remco. He had boost in the tank, but he didn't dismount the wall in the best way and couldn't stick with it. And now Evil Geniuses break through the midfield line, not for long. Metzenaris back into the middle. Drippe to the side for Classics. Back to Drippe, off target, just a little too far, and Metza will make a save.
AG getting those passing plays going. Drippe always a part of them. Missed touch there. Corrupt the G trying to pop that one up. Buy some time for Evil Geniuses to get back. TSM can't keep possession in the final third. Metzenaris gives this one up to Classics. The pass across again. Corrupt the G opts not to go now. A long clear comes out from iignite. Corrupt the G can't get back, and iignite gives TSM the go-ahead goal.
Well, Corrupted G can't get back because Classics was setting up the pass to him. And we just saw that same thing happen. Classics trying to pass to Drippe, also a little bit too far in front. And Corrupted G gets pulled forward by the opportunity. Passes off target and punished by TSM.
It's a tough game to play as that third man back, especially when a lot of lateral passes are coming through. You want to be there to cut them off, so you have to be pushed up a little bit. And TSM catching them out there. 2 go here as Metzenaris and iignite try and put that one away. EG's defense stopping this one up. Classics now. Bet by Metzenaris. iignite full boost and a little bit of time off the ceiling. A shot down. Goes past the defender. Beautiful from iignite.
2 big goals for iignite in game 4. Sticks close off the ceiling and power shot. Unsavable. The speed up the sidewall. They thought they were going to make it. And Evil Geniuses, nobody on the line, expecting a challenge to come through. Give up a 2-goal lead.
A hat trick for iignite here, and EG has just had no answer. Remco trying to build this lead even further. Corrupted G gets a touchdown field. iignite to slow that one up. Here's Classics. Pinch comes out. iignite does well to stay with it. Remco on the follow-up. It's a weak shot on target. Corrupted G makes the save.
And Evil Geniuses need something. You're in a fairly short amount of time. Need to give themselves as much time as possible. Only scored 2 goals in the entire series. As another one goes in for iignite on the transition back the other way. The lead 3. And you can see in the eyes of Evil Geniuses tension.
4 goals on 5 shots for iignite. Looking to blow out EG here in this game. A 4-1 scoreline, and we still got 2 minutes left.
Kickoff will favor TSM. Metza wins the challenge in the midfield. Drippe pops it high. iignite already on top of it. Bounced straight down, denied by Drippe, but here comes Remco. Feeds it to Classics, up to Drippe. Can't find the redirect. iignite on the rotation back in his face and making it a hard play to make.
Still EG pressing on here. Maybe an opportunity, but it's cut out by iignite. Remco does a good job to stop Classics. Corrupted G trying to find Drippe, but it's just too far out in front of him. Metzenaris cuts that one out. Almost a shot on target there. TSM happy to sit on this lead if they have to. The shot down from iignite. It's 5 goals for TSM and 5 goals for iignite.
You're so fast. You got 5 goals in game number 4. The speed to get up to that one, and Classics, I mean, what are you going to do unless it's right at you? It's a tough one to stop.
10 shots for TSM, 6 of them coming from iignite now. Metzenaris in the EG corner. Again, more shots, more pressure from iignite. Remco, just over a minute left. And they can't get the block there. Corrupted G just on the goal line stops iignite's 6th goal here. And 1 minute remaining for EG.
Not done yet, though. Some quality challenges coming out from TSM, blocking more attempts from Evil Geniuses to find a clear. Bounce out to the mid. Ignite denies that as well. Here's Remco. It's just, they're too slow. TSM constantly beating Evil Geniuses to the ball. Metza can't find one into the midfield. Ignite into the middle. Drippe finally pops one over the head. And a much needed breath of air for EG.
And EG feel like they're either too clumped up or they're too spread out on defense right now. TSM just dismantling this defense.
Final 15 gonna tick down. No way EG come back from this one. Down to the middle. Ignite not able to find the double Hattie. Popped high. Corrupted G will stop that. Finals 5 seconds tick down, and Evil Geniuses dismantled by TSM here.
Absolutely, as the ball finally touches the ground here, and TSM looking good late into this series now makes a statement here over Evil Geniuses. And EG just had no answer. 6 saves coming out for Corrupted G, 2 from Drippe, a total of 8 for EG. And they had 5 shots, but I don't really remember any offense coming out.
It was just that final minute that you remember. Final, maybe even 2. It was just all that pressure. The speed with which TSM were getting on top of those challenges out of the midfield. And Ignite, when you're firing bangers like that, I mean, feed the hot hand, why not?
It's just an Ignite montage here for TSM.
It really is.
Replay package, just Ignite again. And he's just always there. And like you said, the speed. And Ignite, he's very speedy, dropping these plays down. And Remco there trying to get the bump on Classics as well. You can see the 2 coaches of the teams. Fireworks on the left for EG, Jake on the right for TSM. I know one's happy right now.
One is happy, absolutely. One of them is certainly happy. But Corrupted G had to make 6 saves that game. And Drippe and Classics.
14 shots.
Yes,
that, TSM.
That is it. 14 shots for TSM. Let's go to game 5.
And EG happy to see that one out. Start back 0-0. TSM on the brink of a finals appearance here to get things kicked off.
First one since Ely. And Evil Geniuses looking to make their first grand final. But it's a long road back, but it starts now. They've already got 1 in the series. They're going to need 3 more. Metza bounce to the middle. Ignite again. My goodness. That, you want to talk about an aggressive challenge. That is an attempt right there.
And he feels comfortable right now, especially after a game like that. How can you blame him? EG just couldn't stop him. But here's Drippe, a great shot down. Remco there to make the save. Corrupted G. EG starting anew here. A fresh start for him. What can they do? Drippe trying to make things happen. It goes past Ignite. Metzenaris there to bail him out.
Well, not the greatest clears coming out for TSM right now. Evil Geniuses definitely having no trouble blocking a lot of these. But Drippe, forced to drive forward to dodge a demo, finally opens a little hole for TSM to go through. But Drippe down in the TSM corner. Classics and Corrupted G double commit. How do they handle this one? Well done from Classics to stick to that ball and try and delay the TSM counterattack. Allows Drippe to cycle back and keep things up on offense. Pass to the top of the box, blocked by Metzenaris. Here comes Classics. Wants the bounce into the midfield, needs a second effort. Down to Drippe, it's too far. We'll leave it for Corrupted G. Rip to the right side. Remco and Metza somehow pinch it out.
And still EG keeping possession here. Great passing play coming out between the players. Trying to take down this TSM defense. This ball rings out to Corrupted G. Ignite now. A clear out to Remco. TSM looking to respond back. This one comes out to Metzenaris. The shot comes through and it goes away for TSM, up by 1.
Disaster. Evil Geniuses. Classics wants the boost, but he gives a little bit of space to Remco. Unfortunately, can't make the second challenge. And Drippe trying to cover the near post. Good idea. You have to dive it that way. Corrupted G will be diving across, but just a well-placed ball from Metzenaris out of reach. And a strong start for TSM as they break down EG.
The key here for EG, not let this game get out of hand, especially when they're on the brink of elimination. Drippe, not the best clear as Remco eats that one up. Drippe, a second chance now. Ignite's there. Now Classics throwing this one to the TSM corner, trying to buy time for his teammates to move up the field and collect boost. Classics doing everything.
Oh,
the pass comes out. Metzenaris stayed with the play, and a long clear comes out for Ignite.
Metza fortunate. He got bumped right into position to make that block. That's one that grinds your gears if you're Evil Geniuses. Remco rolls one around the EG corner. Nobody in position, but Classics gets a chunk taken out of him by Remco. Slows down the push from EG and allows iGNITE to come back in and start the offense again for TSM. High touch for Classics. Metza to delay. Can honestly play clock management at this point, but Remco comes up empty and Metza charged with getting things to safety. And you might want to try and play clock management, but after that whiff, you're like, all right, never mind. Let's just make sure we play solid here. Keep the pressure up. Keep that speed up out of the midfield that's done us so many favors in the previous game. And Classics trying to do just that, get out in front of one, and demos Remco on the way. Here's Drippe, punch towards the back wall, but can't find the block on the clear.
TSM have done a great job of keeping their back wall clean. Every time the ball goes up, someone is there to meet it. A perfect example there of Remco just denying the threat.
You can see Drippe trying to do something else. Try and get that fake out. Allows Corrupted G to take a shot and post and in. And it's because little hesitation from Drippe sets the ball out to the side, and huge effort from Corrupted G.
And I couldn't tell if that one was going to go off the post and out or off the post and in. It falls for Corrupted G to equalize here and keep EG's hopes alive.
Minute 30 to work with. Over the top of two, Metza cannot beat Classics to the net. iGNITE rolls one back post off the mark. And unfortunate, iGNITE on fire in game 4. It's had some time to cool down, can't sneak it in between the goalposts. Double commit, and again, here's a big opportunity. Classics will try and take his time, but the pass across a little too slow, and Metza has time to get back and make a huge save.
Clean rip from Drippe there, trying to get a second touch off the wall. Less than a minute now. That was a big opportunity for Evil Geniuses. They couldn't capitalize. A TSM mistake came out. Another long clear now for Drippe. Past Remco. Everyone racing back for TSM. iGNITE there to meet it. Classics to his own wall. Has to pick up a bit of boost. Lets iGNITE come in. Just over 30 seconds now, and TSM trying to press on for the attack. And they're stopped up. Now Drippe, his turn to go downfield. Finds the back wall, comes out to Classics. Lots of space to work with. The pop comes through, but iGNITE comes down and makes the save.
And now it's Corrupted G falling back towards his own net. And here comes TSM trying to get things stuck in on the Evil Geniuses half. No dice. Drippe, monster clear. Metza keeps it close. Dangerous. Classics can't win the race. And cleared aside. Another overtime looming in the next 10 seconds. But Remco might have other thoughts. Back wall, and Classics delays. iGNITE off the ceiling. Drippe into the corner. And Evil Geniuses would like a reset. Remco can't reach it. Overtime, Evil Geniuses will threaten Game 6.
Very close opportunity for Evil Geniuses, and the ball just goes off the wall. Big miss from Evil Geniuses, and just like that, 4 seconds into overtime, and TSM move on to the finals.
Oh, the Drippe went up the wall to go grab it, couldn't do it, and TSM will make their first grand final in quite some time. And what a well-deserved way to do it. They had a stunner of a series here versus Evil Geniuses, and a big turn-in for Metza.
And TSM will be happy to be on the beneficiary of that defensive mishap off the kickoff, but give credit to EG. They hung in here in the face of a strong offense from TSM.
A performance at DreamHack to absolutely be satisfied with. One to hang on to, despite the rough RLCS season. You can look back on this and say, you know what? We played pretty well.
A top 4 finish after being relegated from the RLCS is admirable.
And TSM, well, welcome back to the big time. We'll see you in the grand finals versus Cloud9, and we've said our piece, but what are you guys feeling at the desk about their chances going into the grand finals?
Feeling like they've got some pretty good odds, but I feel like you guys labeled it their best for EG, now knowing that they're out of the tournament. Very well done. A performance that they should be absolutely proud of.
Yep. They can hold their heads high. They will go into DreamHack Valencia now as well, and who knows, like, you have another good DreamHack, you go into Rival Series, no one's going to want to play with
Yep, and you can carry that momentum definitely going through the Rival Series. That's so important to have a good showing here, especially for the fans, for people who are doubting you, like Classics was saying. It's just overall a great mental game for them.
But now on the other side, the victors, TSM, we got to be highlighting some of the play that they have and what we can be looking forward to going into the grand finals here against Cloud9, because I feel like they've got a lot to prove still, even after that series versus EG.
That was pretty commanding, though. A lot of great defense, and we saw Ignite. He went off on the offensive side, and that's what you're going to need from TSM. You need some offense. Relatively low scoring besides a couple of those games, but if Ignite continues to score, 5 goals in game number 4, then that's what you need versus Cloud9.
Exactly. And they're going to need Ignite, especially out of all the players, like you said. He's going to be the one to try and break down this Cloud9 turtle defense. And right here, we just see the capitalization, but also the saves. Great defense, but just keep crashing the net. And Metzenaris, like I felt in the last game, was able to get, again, the game-finishing goal.
Yep.
Always there and always in the right position where he's needed.
The icing on the cake for Metzenaris. He got the winner versus G2 in that very close series. He does it again here. And they will get that rematch versus Cloud9 that I think they want. They went 2-2 over the past few tournaments. They obviously won E-League when they took down Cloud9. That was a surprise to everyone at that time. And honestly, it might be a surprise here as well. But TSM is feeling good going into this final.
Yeah, they're looking very smooth there within their play. And we are going to be breaking down a lot more of the performance, I feel like, coming out from them going in when we come back from our break later on. But I just want to know, is there anything that, knowing that this is going to be our grand finals for either side, really, that you want to see, that you feel like we have to get on a performance level from either side, one of these rosters?
So I think for TSM, I just need a little bit more offense consistently through all the games of a series. We saw versus Mouse, it was a little bit troubling at first where they go down 2 games because they were very low-scoring games. And whenever you have a low-scoring game, well, the other team is very close in it too. So that's what I want to see from TSM. Put up 3 goals per game versus Cloud9, and you have a shot.
Yeah, I think it's all about creativity in the air, especially if you're matching Gimmick, a guy who is constantly in the weirdest positions you'd never think he'd be, and Torment feeding him so many passes. How do you even stop that? So you have to counter it with some kind of creativity, and Ignite, a man who we think can have some great shots, but it's all about how his teammates support him and get him up the field like another Gimmick.
Yeah, I want to see if TSM has what it takes to be able to get the ball out of their side, because it feels like when Cloud9 decides to turn things on, you are suddenly stuck at your goal line for hours upon end until it finds a way to get themselves a goal and go to the next kickoff there. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
But there's no better final than when it's NA versus EU for a grand final. That this is what everyone wants, unless OC was here too. Like, that would be even sweeter, but it's going to be really fun to hear this crowd roaring for both of these teams.
Yeah, and before we go to a quick commercial break, I do need to remind you guys, because it's not so quick, actually. We got to take a 15-minute break so that we can get ourselves prepared, make sure the players are in position, make sure everybody is ready to go for our grand finals, because it is going to be a great one. As we've laid out here, it is between TSM and Cloud9. You are not going to want to miss it.